spectacular afternoon for football here in the Tar Heel state of North Carolina as EA Sports welcomes you inside Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Just a moment ago, the lights, the cameras, the action, all the pyrotechnics, everything was ablaze, everything was allowed here in Bank of America Stadium as Carolina emerged from their tunnel. And we are ready to go as the Panthers get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. They'll look to throw here. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. What's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
And as a quarterback, you're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath, gets the completion right there for a nice pickup.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Mike 22, Mike 22. Mike 22, he's coming, 22's coming, Mike. You better be afraid of me. Mike 22, Mike 22.
Back to throw again. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
One of the more productive and durable players up until last year. Remember, in 2019, 116 catches, which was an all-time record for NFL running backs. Trying to come back from an injury-filled 2020, just 17 catches on the year. Sure is great to see him back on the field doing his thing.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 26.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you've got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback? Or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Here comes the blitz as they look under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
You got 3 down, 3 down. 24 is the mic. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. 24.
They'll set up to throw. That one complete to Anderson. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Hook up a 15 yards there, and it'll be 4th down. Matt Rule, a risk taker in college, going for it. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Open man is Anderson. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, he'll have to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Let's go, D.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
24 is the mic. Man, let's get that ball, man. Let's get that ball right here. 24 is the mic. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Touchdown! Christian McCaffrey. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They start the drive with Cook. Bulldozes past him. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game? That's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up the first down.
Back to throw now on first down. He'll find Thielen working the middle.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That is caught by Thielen. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. They'll look to run with Nwangu. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. On the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. is Cook on 3rd and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Greg Joseph on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Jackson now to return. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as these guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll drop to throw. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense?
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this will be taken at the 13. So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as he'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. He'll look to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Panthers are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he this one home. It's a touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
The point after is good, and that makes the score 14-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken at the goal line. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to look deep for more. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Second and 8. Looking to throw. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Now a play fake here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Each team making their final preparations for this second half. We're about ready, too, as we'll send you back up to Charlotte and rejoin Brandon and Charles at Bank of America Stadium.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime. And Viking fans spent plenty of time wondering how they were going to replace Stephon Diggs when he left for Buffalo. But I think most would agree now that Justin Jefferson was the best rookie receiver in football last year. 88 catches for an even 1,400 yards. I would say the numbers don't lie.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And that's taken in. It's B.C. Johnson.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes, when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The good gain on first has them set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Handoff comes to Cook. Cook, a first down and more. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 60 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Left side, Cook. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. From the left hash, this from 37. The kick by Joseph is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field. But they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
2nd and 10 now, third quarter from Charlotte. He'll look to throw. For Marshall, that's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Going back to Marshall. He's got him again. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They'll look to throw again. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Back to throw again. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off with great anticipation. And the Vikings will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Cook. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. He's got his big tight end, Gronkowski. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down. And we're back now in Charlotte. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll run it. Here's Cook. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 107 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Cook diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the fourth quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 38th. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And that last pick 6 may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the fourth quarter. They need points quickly. He'll air this one deep for Anderson. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for Carolina.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And, yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that'll cut this to a 17-point spread. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in at the 3. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the pick six we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a two-possession game as they control their destiny in this fourth quarter. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big connection on that one. 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Here's a 2nd and 7. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Back to throw. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll run with Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Vikings are looking to run it to 5-1 on the season as they add to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And his throw is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Read. Get that quarterback. D-line, get that quarterback. Check.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Mike.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. Green check. Check.
Back to throw here. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off right around the 43. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And mark him down all the way inside the Minnesota 10. A big play there on the catch and run.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll look to throw. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore. DJ Moore with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. That's caught at the 1. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. That one looks like he'll throw here. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his...